Now, Labour's urging the government to intervene amid warnings that holidaymakers travelling over the Easter period are likely to face prolonged delays and severe disruption.
And yet they knew it was coming, didn't they? Travel expert Simon Calder joins us now. Lovely to see you. And you're usually stuck at an airport in the freezing cold or something like that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you spotted that, Anne. I'm actually going to the airport later on today because I'm hoping to fly.
Oh.
But I'm booked on British Airways, so you never know.
Where to?
I'm going to Milan Malpensa, which for a lot of days this week has been winning the most cancelled destination from the UK award.
What, so you're deliberately putting yourself out there?
No, I booked it weeks ago. I didn't know. Anyway, so Milan Malpensa, British Airways, they've cancelled a couple of flights. I've been going through the cancellations.
What's going on?
Right, well,
I mean, we knew that it was the, school holidays. We knew that people were going to want to take their children and their whole families abroad. People are thirsty to get out there and travel again. So what's going on?
I'm going to take you, Anne, 4 months back. The UK had just introduced the most draconian, the most complex, the most expensive travel restrictions of any European country. You come in fully boosted, fully vaccinated, you would still have to take a pre-departure test, a post-arrival PCR. You'd need to self-isolate till you got the result from that. The prospect that 4 months from now, from then, we would be no restrictions, let's all go on holiday, frankly look quite remote. So the two biggest airlines in the UK, British Airways and EasyJet, did not do the recruiting that they might have done. Neither did the big airports, in particular Manchester, of course. And as a result of that, when suddenly the brakes are off, everybody thought, well, we haven't had a flipping holiday for 2 years, so let's go abroad. Well, the airlines were very happy to put lots of flights on sale, and then they kind of think afterwards about how they were going to do it. And so therefore, I'm just looking at the cancellations today. I've got 72 on British Airways.
No.
EasyJet has just gone up to, 48.
So why are they having to cancel them?
Right. They simply do not have enough staff. Now, British Airways say, we cancelled most of these a couple of weeks ago. In fact, though, I'm just looking, and because I checked them the night before, see what the cancellations are, and then I check them first thing in the morning before I come and talk to you. And I am seeing about 40 cancellations overnight. I'm seeing places like Nice, like Malaga, like Salzburg, really key destinations for people, for families wanting to get away, added to that. I'm seeing on Twitter messages like this from Chris. British Airways, how can you cancel a flight at 6 a.m. when we're already in a taxi to the airport? No hotel, 2 kids, disgrace.
So what happens to these holidaymakers? What options have they got?
Good question, and thankfully the law is absolutely straightforward. So if you are in a taxi going to the airport, you find that your flight to Nice is cancelled, that's not your problem, it's British Airways' problem, because they have to find you some way of getting to Nice the same day, on other airlines, maybe even on Eurostar trains to Paris and then flying from there. They've got to get you there. They then, while you're waiting, have to get you meals and so on. If you do stay overnight, and you really shouldn't have to, they've got to pay for your hotel. And then they have to hand you cash compensation as well.
Wow.
That's easier said than done, though, when this is probably the busiest day we have seen since New Year.
If you're in the taxi going to the airport, you get to the airport, there's nobody behind the British Airways desk or other airlines are available. There's never anybody there to deal with you, is there? Well,
British Airways, I'm sure, would say they've got plenty of people at the airport, on the helpline, online and so on. But if you can demonstrate that you have made the best possible attempt that you can, then if you've got a credit card with enough headroom, you march over and book yourself an alternative flight. And if it costs £500...
You charge it to them?
You charge it to them, yes. It's very messy, it's very expensive. I mean, EasyJet not doing so badly, but I am seeing a late cancellation, for instance, Luton to Palma this afternoon, Gatwick to Nice, Marseille, Alicante.
See, as you say that, those are people's holidays.
Yes, they are.
Been looking forward to it.
Yep, and we've got about 15,000 people today so far who are not on the planes that they originally booked. Some of them, yes, would have been told about it in advance and made other arrangements. Others are just literally in the taxi going to the airport and they think, oh no.
What are we going to do?
Yeah.
How quickly can they turn this around? Because the pressure is on now, and I'm being very selfish, Simon, because I'm going away in six weeks today.
OK, I'll just make a couple of calls and I'll...
if you can sort it out.
Yeah, fantastic. You'll be absolutely fine. 6 weeks today takes us to mid-May, May bank holiday?
May 21st.
Okay, good. Okay, right, so that'll be absolutely fine. Everything's going to be better by May. One huge problem, and that's why we sort of saw a dip midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday, in the number of cancellations, is that everybody wants to travel at the weekend over the Easter holidays. Once those are out of the way, everyone can kind of regroup. If there were to be, that if there are going to be cancellations, they will tend to put them on the routes with very multiple frequencies, like our old friend Milan Malpensa, and get everybody where they need to be. So it will improve. The airports, meanwhile, I mean, I thought it was very, very blunt. Charlie Cornish, Chief Executive of Manchester Airports Group, yesterday coming out and saying, we literally haven't got enough staff. We're doing the best we can, but turn up 3 hours early and we'll try and make it better in time for Stephen to go away in May.
There are always people walking around with walkie-talkies doing nothing. I'd love to know what those people with walkie-talkies actually do.
They're keeping the operation running.
Well, they are something like that, because you feel like collaring one, or you do every so often, say, why aren't there more people on the check-in desks?
Well, you
they
go find them.
I'll find out, and they walk off with their walkie-talkie and never come back again.
Objection, Your Honour. Look, I'm used to work in aviation, and it's a tough old ask. You know, if you want a definition of the word thankless task, get any job at any airport.
Is that right? Yeah.
And look, during the pandemic, lots of people have reassessed, and a lot of them have probably thought, do I want to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go and work in a high-stress environment where people are going to shout at me? And they probably thought, actually, I don't. I'll get an easier job.
Just briefly, we're almost out of time, but for those people who are thinking of planning one of those last-minute escapes, which are always very nice, and think, oh, well, I can't, it's not worth risking a plane now. I'll go somewhere in the UK, I'll drive, or I'll get on a train. Yeah. It's not much better, is it?
Careful of the trains, particularly over Easter. West Coast Main Line is going to be completely stuck. But I would simply head north to beautiful Northumberland, all the Scottish borders. Absolutely gorgeous. You won't get the crowds, and you should have a lovely time.
Well, there you go. Simon, it is a joy to see you. Good luck with the flight.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Where are you flying from?
From London Heathrow.
Oh, from Heathrow.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Keep us posted. Thanks, Simon.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows, and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.